Adventure. An unusual and exciting, typically hazardous experience or activity. This is Gold Mountain in Big Bear, California, a legendary adventure.
Might work. Nope. Straight, keep going straight. Now hard towards me.
Hey everyone, Joshua Noesser, and today we're heading to 369 Gold Mountain. This is an intermediate trail located in Big Bear, California, and it's going to take a better half of a day to a full day to do. Along the route, you're going to experience the Gatekeeper, 2 different waterfalls, a couple hard corners, and of course the boneyard. If you're going to do this trail, it's going to be one of the ones that most people remember, as it is a difficult trail but with amazing scenery. It is a Jeep Badge of Honor trail, so don't forget to check in when you're doing it. Well, we're going to review this trail, so why don't you sit back, stay tuned, enjoy this video. Upon exiting Highway 18, you'll make a left and head up to Dirt Road. Up there, you'll find a large staging area just before the infamous Gatekeeper. The Gatekeeper was installed to help filter out people that shouldn't be on the trail. They're having a big problem with people going off trail trying to get around some of the obstacles. If you're wondering, stock Wranglers can make it up and over the Gatekeeper. Just have to pick the right line.
You're about to drop down right now.
After the Gatekeeper, you're going to zigzag up some switchbacks out the mountain. Don't forget to look back, take in the views, as it's absolutely beautiful off to the sides. As we work our way up the trail, we look back and see the beautiful Baldwin Lake. And this is something that's rare, that doesn't happen very often up there, so it's a great sight to see. With a slight turn ahead, we can see the ski resorts and the beautiful Big Bear Lake. So the beginning of the trail is you're going to have to switch back and forth to get up the hill. Once you're on top of the first hill, that is where the butterfly sanctuary is, the wildlife preserve area. You'll see a fence on the right and left side in places. So whatever you do, do not cross that fence line. And that area is well up to the second waterfall. So it's a beautiful area. It's actually, we're stopping and taking photos because make sure you look back towards the lake when you're up here, because man, it is just something else. Here's one of the signs right here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. As we're passing through the wildlife preserve area, we get to the first waterfall. This one is easier than the second one, and it's roughly a 4-foot upslope with some harder optional obstacles. The far right is more ledgy, the far left is rockier, but up the middle is typically your easiest line right now. And you can see our group is taking that line. To keep things interesting, I decided to go ahead and do the harder line up the left side. As we work our way up the trail, we see the beautiful mountains and lake in the background. This is such an epic trail. I can see why most people love this trail. Not far up the trail, you're going to come up to the waterfalls, and this is the obstacle everyone talks about. There's a lower waterfall and an upper waterfall. The lower waterfall is about 4 feet tall, while the upper waterfall is probably only 3, but the difference is in the upper, it's more of a ledge step. There is easier lines through it. The left line, there's a little triangle rock. If you put your passenger tires when you're up on it, most Jeeps will drive right up for the 4 doors. 2 doors, it's a different line. Or you can go to the right and go through the V and straddle the V. Once your tires are about to touch the bushes, you'll make a hard left turn at the front and sled around and just drive straight up. The right line is the easier line, but that's not why we're here. This is Gold Mountain. We're doing rock crawling, so we want to take the harder line. We ended up catching up to a group in front of us, and they were struggling. As you can see, they weren't quite on the right line, so they were winching up every vehicle. It's important that you stay to the far left or far right to get the best line on this obstacle. As our group's getting ready to go, there's another reminder of the sensitive species in the area, and that's this butterfly that lives on these certain rocks and only reproduces in this small area. So it's important to never take down these fences or drive around them, as you could close the trail for all of us. Now it's our group's turn, and Joe is leading our group for us today. As you can see, Joe is taking the left line, and the trick of this is you want to be slightly in the V-notch with your left tires and just have the right angle with your passenger tires. You want to aim for that triangle rock and just be smooth, and you'll drive right up. Now it's the rest of the group's turn. Let's watch them try.
Little passenger. Hold that turn for about 5 more feet. Now straighten your wheels. Back driver. Come up. There you go. Hold that line.
Just note, this is a popular area for people to watch others try it and often fail.
That way.
Now it's my turn. Let me give you a first-person view of what it feels like to go up this obstacle. When viewing the obstacle from the top, it gives you a completely different sense of how difficult this is.
There you go.
The rocks on top are slippery and loose, and vehicles often slide around trying to get on the right line. But once you're on the right line, it's not hard just to walk right up. But since the rocks are slippery, often when this area is wet, it is very difficult.
Dinner afterwards. That's funny. All right.
Driving this two-door JK is Ashley. This is her first time trying a difficult trail. In fact, she is very new to the off-road world. But with some good spotting and patience, she was able to make it up one of the most difficult obstacles that most people never try.
Yeah, hard line. Woo! Hard line it. Yeah. There we go. Interview now. How was it like doing the hard line?
Oh, that was the hard line?
That was a hard line.
What was the other one?
That was the easy line.
Easy one, but you were on 2 ledges.
Yeah.
So your tires couldn't go.
Oh man.
That sense of achievement is definitely something you'll never get on a dirt road.
Nice job. There you go. Much better.
Good job, Chris.
How you feeling about that?
Pretty good. A little nerve-wracking, but you know, I did it.
Running tail today is Fatima. She's driving her 4-door open Jeep, but easily able to do the trail once she's on the right line. Well, the group made it up, and the secret saying is that triangle rock for the 4 doors. And if you look in the video, notice that the vehicles who got up easy put their tires on that triangle rock. Now that we're up the second waterfall, we need to continue up to the trail. And from here, it's a very beautiful drive with trees covering the trail and the beautiful Big Bear Lake in the background. Our next stop is the famous Bone Garden. Upon arriving at the Bone Garden, people often wonder how it got its name. And the reason it's called the Bone Garden is because that sound you hear, it sounds like bones being crushed. Now, this is often mixed up as the wildlife preserve area because people hear rock garden and this is what they think. This is not that area, and this is part of the original trail. There is a new area on this trail that's difficult, and that is this left corner. This isn't very far past the Bone Garden, and so what's happening is people are digging up these holes, but there's massive rocks in the ground. So people are getting high-centered, digging the holes deeper, and causing, well, more fun if you look at it that way. The easier path is on the far right, and you swing wide. As we watch this Jeep take the appropriate line, you can see slow is ideal for off-roading in this kind of rocks. Last thing you want to do is go fast, slice a tire. Also, make sure you air down to the appropriate tire pressure, 10-12 psi for most Jeeps.
Keep going straight, like a champ. Now hard driver. Working our way up the trail, and
Mid gutters rolling with Fatima, our lead.
we made it through the trail. Now we're at the hard corner, and this could potentially be the more difficult spot of the trail. And the only reason for that is it's because it's just a lot of flex. If you have lockers, it's a sleep walk up. For people who are limited on an articulation like YJs, they'll struggle the most. Well, the group is going. Let's watch them do it.
As with every obstacle, there's a line that typically works, and that is that rock in the middle is a great spot to put your driver tires over, and most times than not, you'll drive straight up.
Stay a little wider than she did.
Okay.
Basically, you see the little knot sticking out in that rock?
Okay.
You just want to drive over that. And you'll start
that big rock that's pointing
right in the middle, right in the middle. See how it has a little knob?
Yeah.
Just drive over that.
Well, I thought I'd explain that appropriately. Once completing the hard corner, you head up and over the top of the mountain. From there, you're going to start working your way back down the mountain on the back side. This area is very dense forest with beautiful views of Holcomb Valley below. As the group heads down the backside of the trail toward 3 and 16, I realize this is really one of the best trails in Southern California. It's easy to see why people love it so much and want more of it. I can see myself going back many, many times, and I'm looking forward to it. Till our next adventure, be safe. Hope to see you on the trail.